Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to share with you another album that I've created. This was a custom album following the steampunk tutorial that I just released a little while ago. So this was for a family that was taking a trip to New York, so it's all New York based. There's the front. On the spine, I cut out a little tiny image of Central Park. I don't know if you can see that, and put that in the dome there. Back is very plain. Alright, so when you open it up, it's a really simple front cover. Wanted room for pictures. And then on the first official page, that elastic closure. That opens to both sides. And then it goes down. And this is a pocket down here. I left some of the pockets without anything in them because I wanted them to be able to put extra photos in there. And then this also comes down and opens to the side and to the side, and there's some journaling spots, and then these both open on either side, and perfect size for 4x6 pictures. Same on the other side. And then this lifts up, and I have to pull the whole thing down. There we go. So just another spot for pictures, and then this all closes back up. So that's page one. On the second page, so they went to an aquarium, so I wanted to do a couple aquarium pages. So some seahorse swing tabs over here. That opens to the side, and then this is like an alternating waterfall, and again I left as much as I could just with black cardstock, so the pictures will fit perfectly and they're not competing in space with the pattern paper. And then I did some embossing on that one and made it a little shimma. And then this whole piece behind here is a pocket and just a big blank spot for photos. Or you could it's a big pocket, so you could throw some maps or stuff like that back there, other memorabilia from a trip. And then over on the corresponding page, this opens to the side, and then again just spots for journaling and photos. And that opens, that goes to that side, more of that embossing folder paper. And then this is a pocket. I just wanted to show you how different something could look when it's with different papers. Like, this is the same steampunk tutorial, but it looks completely different using different papers. Alright, so on this one, I thought it was really cool to use little door handles because it looks like you're walking into a wall. I feel like I'm walking into a wall a lot, actually. And these open up, and these open to that side, and then to that side. I was trying to get some like Central Park nature-esque kind of stuff as well in here. And then these open to the side, and then this opens up, and then this kind of like pops up a little bit. But the cool thing about it is that you can pull on this pulley at the top, and there's a space for a photo there. And then when you open it up, now this sits perfectly in there, and then there's like this kind of easel for your photos, or you could just put a photo just here and on this part and this part if you want. And then it all slides back down in like that. And then on the corresponding page, a little buckle, and that opens, and then there's a pull tab, a swing tab here, and a little arrow, because this portion can rotate, so you can have horizontal photos or vertical photos, and the whole thing, it's going to be hard to show you, but the whole thing opens up. That part opens up, and then each of the areas open up again, so there's room for a lot of photos in this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 12 photos just in this one little part. But it's cool that you can make it either horizontal or vertical depending on the orientation of your photos. Like that. Alright. And then on the next pages, so they also went to a zoo, so I did some zoo stuff. So I've got actually I'll do this one first. So a couple little swing tabs here. This opens up to the side, and then this opens up to this side, and then the whole thing goes up. And then when you untie these, this goes to the side, and then this goes up, out, and out, and it's also a pocket. And then the whole center portion opens up, and then this part opens up. And a few of these, this is one of my photos. I actually missed a couple. The zebra was my photo. There's a few of my own pieces in there, my own photography. And then it still keeps going. This part opens up again, and then there's room to, like, a lot of journaling space. You can, like, share your whole day. And then that closes all back up like this. And on the corresponding page, another little metal pull tab kind of scenario. And then this opens to the side. These both open in, and then these both open to the opposite sides. And then the whole thing opens to the left. It's another one of my photos. This, did I leave it open? No, I did not. This is a nice large pocket, and got one big tag in there. You can fit a lot more in there though. It's a fairly big pocket. And then, as if that wasn't enough, when you pull on this little ribbon here, these pull out to the side, so there's more room for, oops, you can't see it. There we go. Let's try that again. The magic just didn't work when you can't actually see it happening. Let's do it again. Okay, ready? And that pulls out, and that pulls out. Yay! So I thought that was pretty cool. You have to wiggle it back in a little bit though. There we go. Awesome. And then on the last page, this is kind of like the nightlife page. So that opens, and there's a pocket in there, and it's attached to this part. So the whole thing opens to the left, and then that opens to the right. And then these are, what do you call them? Accordions, so they can pull out to either side. Now in the actual steampunk tutorial, I have another piece on the top of this with a couple clasps over here, so that you can pull this entire section. You can pull it straight up, and I also have it a little bit bigger, like it goes up one more, I think it's 5 levels instead of 4. So it can be pulled up as well, so it does a little bit different in the tutorial. But then it also, this whole thing, oh, in this one I have it lifting up. In the tutorial I have it so that it spins, in the steampunk tutorial that this is kind of based off of. And this one it just lifts. So it's a little bit funkier in the tutorial. I think I like the tutorial part better, but this was my first draft of this album, and then I did the steampunk, so I kind of elaborated when I did the steampunk album. And a pretty simple back cover, and as always I've got the expandable binding system so that everything lays really flat as you're going. So there it is. I hope the client loves it, and you can create an album very similar to this. For the steampunk album tutorial is available in my Etsy shop, so go check it out. All right, hope you're having an amazing day. Big hugs. Bye.